Hello and welcome to the Dark Dragon's Den. Now, my friends, today I had a different show planned for today. And chat's gonna have to forgive me because if I don't see it and see comments, I'm sorry about that. It's just, yeah, I'm just pissed at the moment. Why isn't that showing up on the TV? I must have two of them going. Give me a second, people. Okay, they're in the wrong one. I love this thing sometimes. Okay, back it. I'm going to library. And give me a second, people. My people. 3 seconds, my people. There we are. There he is. There we are. I'm live. I'm like, hi, Miley. How's it going? Over there. Yeah. Okay. Now, what I was saying is I had a whole different show planned for today. A whole different beast of a show. And give me a second. I gotta do something else here. Pardon. I beg pardon here. Hi everybody. My name is Chris, and I just made 2 freaking same channel thingies. I'm streaming live twice in the same time and the same day. Oh, you're watching? Oh, cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. Now I'm going to get rid of the upcoming one. That one. I can go with that. Don't want to share it because it's nothing. I'll end up having to delete that one off the list afterward. I'll deal with that after. That's a pain in my nuts to do it now. Okay, back to Streamlabs. There we are. A lot better. Anyway, I had a whole different stream setup for today. A whole different stream idea setup. I was going to do this whole thing about depression, and yeah, it is a real thing. I suffer with it. But nah, fuck it. I'm gonna do a different stream today because I seen the thumbnail of Locale Queens. You know, yeah, I know I was advised not to give people attention, and I apologize to the person that said that to me on the Discord because I respect her opinion greatly. But you know what? When you start coming for us constantly, there comes a time where you gotta sit there and stop doing that shit. It's getting boring already. I've had enough. And I'm pretty sure a lot of my fellow BBU people have had enough of it. Like some idiot last night, and I won't mention names because they're not worth my time, put me, Becky, and Thick Gemini in a call and kept spamming a number, spamming us into this thing last night over and over and over again. Like, what the hell? Like, I've never had to deal with that, and that just happened at the same time the people that live here got home from something, so I couldn't deal with it right away. I had to wait till I was okay to deal with it, and I went up and I finally got out of that thing and then deleted. I blocked that person and they can't bother me again. And hopefully they stop bothering Becky too, because that's just bullshit. It's not like the woman's been through enough. Like, I respect women, okay? And I have since day one. My father religiously taught us to always respect women, no matter what. You don't hit women, you don't beat them at all. You know? What was it that was said in the one movie, The Crow? Mother is the name for God on the lips and hearts of all children. I believe in that. I believe in that because I was a mama's boy from the time I was young. But I'm gonna call it people like Tina D, fucking Gidgey. You know, you want to make accusations, coming on over to going on LCU, Local Queens. Yeah, that's really a good show. Yeah, okay, you got some dumb bitch, peg leg bitch, who's her name suits her nickname Tuna, because that's what she fucking smells like, tuna. I don't know that personally, but from anybody that's been near her, that's all they say. It's like, oh my god. And then Gidgey, dude, I've never seen such for an older woman, Gidgey's not bad looking. I will say that for an older lady. Would I want anything to do with her? Probably not. She's too desperate. Like, the thing that comes close to that is some of the hookers I've seen on the streets. I mean, at least with the hookers on the streets around here, you probably find them a lot cleaner. I don't know their brand of hookers down south in the States, but because obviously I'm from Canada, so I know we're notorious. We got one city here that's notorious for hookers. But yeah, they want to come at Becky. They don't want her to be online. They want her to bully her off the line so she never comes back and she never has another streaming thing. I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen the messages from the little peons from over there in the LCU. Well, the so-called audience that they have. Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. Then you got Gnome. Oh, I got months and months of stuff I can use against Becky. Yeah, okay. We don't want to talk about you. In fact, tonight's the last time I'm going to talk about them, just because I was so pissed off by the events of yesterday, I barely slept. No, it pissed me off so much. I went to bed at 1, got up at 4, and I was been up ever since. I've been falling asleep off and on during the day. It's been hard to focus and concentrate on doing this and making a good stream for those subscribers who I appreciate. I appreciate every subscriber that I've gotten. All 13 of you, even if you haven't really been watching my content or nothing. No. It is what it is. My content is always, it's not for everybody. It's not everybody's cup of tea, and I get that. You know, I share my opinion on things. It's like I tell people on Facebook. Not everybody's going to like my content. You're not going to like what I write on Facebook. You know, I use colorful language. I swear a lot in my writings. You know, I use foul language. I have a fucking temper. And it can get really bad. And that's why I'm glad I'm on my medication, because it keeps me from going too bad where it affects my health. But if I get too mad and I snap, I busted a knuckle, and that's not a lie. I busted a knuckle one time just because a kid said the wrong thing to me. A 13-year-old little punk said the wrong thing to me, and I was living with his mom at the time. He was sitting in the other room, said the wrong thing, and I punched the fucking cupboard door and busted the fucker in half. Yeah. Yeah, so like I said in the beginning, I don't, if people comment, I may not see it, and I apologize for that. I just want to get this bullshit off my chest because it's bugging me and bugging me and bugging me, and I can't help it. I can't help it. I apologize to the nice person that talked to me yesterday. We had a nice little bit of a Discord thing, conversation, not much of one, but she advised me against talking about them today, and you know, I honestly, I'm sorry I didn't take your advice, but I had no choice. I felt I had no choice because, you know, I'm sticking up for somebody that doesn't deserve it. You know, she doesn't deserve the dog pile all the time. She doesn't deserve that bitch with the one-legged ugly bitch, Tina, fucking sitting there fucking flapping her gums a mile a minute, yelling and carrying on like an idiot at her over nothing. Yeah. Okay, and here's another thing, okay? I've seen comments left on Becky's one video where she's saying she was going to go away for a bit. Okay? I seen the one comment on there saying, oh, he probably just wants a show. I don't want a show. I never asked for a show. You know? Help doing this, like, just feedback is all I want. Feedback from Becky. That's all. Okay? That's all I can ask. I can't ask for nothing more. I'll make stuff, like if I get ideas in my head to make with AI things like GPT and create pictures that she might want to put on shirts and that, or say vinyl stickers or anything cool like that for merchandise. Oh hell, do it for, I'll give it to you for free. I don't want nothing for it. Why? Why, Chris? Why don't you want nothing for any of this stuff that you help do? Because I'm helping her, and that's all that matters to me. You know, as a human being, that's what we gotta do. We help each other. We don't care about money. I don't care about money. Okay? Yeah, my setup has got a $400 laptop, a Temu fucking camera that for some reason today I couldn't get to work. And that's pretty much about it. I got a coffee table upstairs to put said fucking laptop on. You know, and I will be improving my streaming because I got some stuff coming from Temu. Yes, I said Temu because I'm not a millionaire. I can't afford a lot of shit. So I got a starter soundboard coming from there and a mic and a microphone arm setup. So I got a setup somewhat coming that'll help improve this a little bit. And that's what I'm starting to do. I want to start to do this kind of shit because eventually, when it builds up, it's going to be great. You know, it's going to be fucking awesome when it's all said and done. You know? Yeah, it may not be the best setup in the world by Gnome Star standards or anybody else's standards, but it's for me. Nobody else has to use it but me. It's just like I'm not going to tell anybody online what setup to use. We can suggest the best setup to use. We can suggest that they save up and spend hundreds of dollars on shit. I can only buy what I can afford because, like somebody that Becky's known in her past, I too have that same financial situation. Living in Ontario, Canada. So I'm sure she knows who I'm talking about. I don't want to bring her name up because frankly, I don't want any problems with Becky. You know, Becky and me, I want me and you to be good. I want to learn from you. I want to learn from the people in the BBU how to be a better streamer, how to do the things better. Like right now, I'm using Streamlabs. All right, and I know the quality sometimes can be piss poor. Sometimes it can be good. And some people use StreamYards. Some people use just straight OBS. This is OBS, but it's a different type of OBS. It's not the OBS that Becky uses. She uses the straight out OBS. I know that because we've all seen her setup and that. I also have OBS on here too, but that's the thing. Once I learn how to do it, I don't get the framing right. You know, this little yellow frame thing here. It's not really doing me a whole lot of good, but I'm not a technical wizard. I don't know how to do all this stuff, right? But I want to learn it. I want to learn it because after 15 years, get the subscriber count up and do what I got to do to make this channel more successful. It is I had sandwiches shoved down the back of my shirt when I was a kid from some jackass that was just walking past me. You know, I got beat up a couple times when I was a kid. You know? So I started dressing like a biker when I got a certain age and afford my own clothes. But unfortunately, see, at the time I was a churchgoer. Another bad topic to talk about is religion. But with me, I don't follow religion. But to get back to my point being that, yeah, I dress as a biker to kind of hide from all the bullshit in my life. Like, and I used to get really scary, you know. Scary. Oh shit. Okay, hold on a minute. I got tons of people coming out. Okay. Nice. Okay, cool. I like that. Yeah, gotta do what's right, man. Now I won't be on here for too long. I'm gonna make it like a normal hour or so stream, if I can get that far. But yeah, I used to dress like a biker, like the leather jacket. I still got a leather jacket upstairs. I got a trench coat. The leather trench coat. I wear the bandanas. I wear the gloves. I got cowboy boots, black leather ones. You know, and I wear them as a way of so people just leave me the fuck alone. You know, and it's the majority of my life it worked. Now I'm going to tell you this right now. There's a reason I don't do a lot of talking to a lot of people is because of all the bullying I've had in my life. I find it hard to get close to people anymore. I find it hard to even get out of bed sometimes. You know, I do. I find it hard to get out of bed. I find it hard to go into the bathroom and look at myself in the mirror some days because it's like, yeah, what the fuck? You're a disgusting piece of shit. You know. You know. All you do is sit around all day, lay around, do nothing. Don't go outside. Don't do nothing. You're useless. You're nothing. Because I was always taught and had that upbringing that a lot of us older folks have had. And I mean people in the, like certain generation and back. Like, I was born in 75, so right there I'm 49 years old. Yeah, and what it is it's hard for me some days to get up and face the fact that I'm where I was in my life and where I am now, especially within the last decade, because I went from being able to go to a job, working for 8 hours, coming home, going to the store, buying food for 4 kids and a girlfriend that had a stroke, to being pretty much crippled and not able to do fuck all half the time because of my nerve damage in my left arm. I can play video games, don't get me wrong. I can hold a controller to help steady the wrist, because this is where it is. It's in the wrist. It's from lifting heavy objects that I lifted for my ex-girlfriend where I used to live. I lifted it up the stairs. Nobody would help me. There was teenagers there that could have helped me, but no one helped me. And it was just going like this after, and then it slowed down to just that. And it's been like that ever since. I can't. Anytime I go to the doctors, they say, "Oh, it's nothing." Yeah, pretty much. All my stuff is nothing. All my health issues, they're nothing. But that's why I had to get away from my ex, because she was just bringing me down. I had to do what was right for me, and that's where I learned. Okay, you gotta do what's right for you. You can't worry about other people. You worry about other people all the time, you're just gonna get fucked over in the end. And yeah, I am a little pissed off. I am pissed off more so that the scumbags over the LCU keep on bringing up Becky all the time, because I feel like my experiences with my past, they're doing practically the same fucking thing. They're bullying the shit out of her. And the problem with bullies nowadays, bullying somebody like that, is it can make them think bad things, right? And I don't want to see anything bad happen to Becky. I want to see her, I want to see her be successful at this. I want to help her be as much success as she can be. Maybe compete with the LCU eventually, because I know technically we're not competition, okay? Because we're not competing. We're not sitting there going on stream swearing at each other, or sitting there yelling at each other, swearing at each other all the time. No. Yeah, because that's just wrong. That's not how you gain a following. You drive more people away when you do that shit, I find. If I want to hear somebody yell for 2-3 hours, well, fuck, I turn on any channel from certain parts of the world and you hear la, 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 la. But yeah, I try to be funny sometimes. It helps sometimes to try to be funny. Music helps me with my depression. Yeah, it's back to that again. I know. I talk a lot about depression on here because I suffered from it, and I have the majority of my life. So when I tell people like Becky or anybody else that's going through that, if you ever want to talk, you can talk to me. I mean it. And I'm not saying that because I find her attractive, which I do find Becky physically attractive. And I know some people say, how can you find somebody like her physically attractive? I've dated bigger women before. It doesn't bother me. I've dated a woman that was almost just like her, if not a little bigger than her. You know, but at least she's doing something about it. You know? I don't understand. Here's the other thing I don't understand is Gidgey's insistence on acting like her. Constant acting like her all the time. Like, why is that? Why you gotta act like her? Be yourself. Be yourself, do your own thing, make your own content. That's what all those fucking hosts over there should be doing. But they gotta use the one person that polarizes them all. Yeah. You know, so like I said, anybody that suffers from depression, I got you. I know how it is. Like I said, I look at myself every day and I think, why the fuck am I even alive anymore? I don't even want to be here half the time. But in the end, a little part of my brain says, you know, just keep trying to think positive. Keep thinking positive daily. You believe it, it'll happen. You know? And it's if the young generation thinks I'm a fucking loser for that, so be it. Then I'm a loser. But at least I'm alive. You know? And as far as I'm said about Tina D, she ain't nothing but a bitch. She's an ugly fucking hoe. And anybody that would fuck that, ugh, god damn, man. I wouldn't touch it with anybody else's dick. Like, god damn. I wouldn't touch her fucking vag if it was the biggest vag in the world. It'd be like a 747. It'd be like an airplane went into the fucking Grand Canyon. A little single jet. And besides, I ain't that fucking desperate. I wouldn't touch her. Couldn't get past the smell. And that's only because I've heard she don't bathe that well. I know. Turned off the content. I know. It's okay. Like I always say, my content is not for everybody. My opinions are just that, my own. You don't have to like my opinions, but I got a right to share them. And that's what this show is about. My opinions. My opinions, my way. You know, did you line up with that? Then cool. If not, I'm sorry about it. Then I'm sorry. But, you know, I'll try my best to entertain people as much as I can. I don't know if I get my better setup, then yeah, I'll probably be able to do all that. I'll probably be able to do PlayStation streaming, because I do have a PS5. I got like 400 some odd games on a hard disk drive that I play, because I buy digital only. And usually I play single player only. I don't play multiplayer games because I'm not that great at them. Like, I don't play Call of Duty or Black Ops or any of that shit. I play Final Fantasy, I play stuff like that. Obviously, my name's the Dark Dragon. What kind of games do you think I'm gonna fucking play? Right? It's gonna be fantasy role-playing games. You know? Yeah, I've always had a fascination with dragons. So much so that back in 2009, they had this thing called Wire Club. I don't know if you've ever seen it. If you ever knew what Wire Club was. Wire Club was a little chat room. This is just a little distracting here, I'm sorry. Nice. I'm good with that. Cool. Yeah. Now, Wire Club was built as a chat site for people. Some people use it as a dating site. Some people use it as an adults only part. They had an adults only thing. You go in there and webcam and all that shit. Not me. I was never part of that. I went there and made my own chat room because I got tired of Facebook for a while, because Facebook was always, well, you need to know the person to add them to your list and all this other horse shit. Well, I wanted to meet new people. How are you supposed to meet new people? You know? How are you supposed to meet new people if you don't go out much? You got a girlfriend that's a lazy cunt that just sits around and plays computer games all day. Yeah, that ex. Oh God, she is the worst. That one, it's probably the most skinny person I ever went out with. And fuck, man. To describe her looks, you look at the Wicked Witch of the West, get rid of the green makeup, and make her almost flat-chested. There you go. You know, why did I date somebody like that? Because at the time I had a heart. Yeah, at the time I had a heart. You know, my heart wasn't as gone as it is now. There's more to that too, but that's another story. Because I do have heart issues too. Yeah, I do have a bicuspid aortic valve. Found that out within the last year or so. But yeah. Anyway, get back to what I was saying. Yeah, that bitch. The only other thing that kept me with her was her daughter. She had one kid, and her kid came up to me one day when she was little and says, "Can I call you Dad?" She never knew her real dad, so she didn't have a dad. So I said, "Yeah, sure. You can call me Dad if you want. Don't matter." I didn't think I'd ever have kids. I don't plan on ever having my own kids. Not interested in having my own kids. So yeah, basically I grew up, or I spent the last 20 years of my life being a father to somebody else's kid. Even though there was a good part where I was outside the city I'm in now, for a good 7-year stretch, I had no contact with her because me and her mom broke up, and I moved out of town, and I got together with the bigger lady that I was telling you about earlier. Yeah, and she had 4 kids. Yeah, it's a wonder why I'm still alive. I know. I feel my head, and I'm thinking, each one of those hairs was up there before I met all these people, all these women. Sorry, Al Bundy joke. I'm old school like that. I'm sorry, that's my humor. I try to be as accommodating for everybody. I try not to go too raunchy, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, but my inner dragon comes out. It comes out, and it's real bad. Okay, whatever. Yeah, my inner dragon comes out. It's real fucking bad. Without my venlafaxine for my pill for my depression, I could snap on a dime. Somebody can say the wrong thing, I'll snap, and I'll fucking put a hole in the wall. And then I won't be living here no more. So I always make it so that I always have my pills. Because if I don't, yeah, shit will hit the fan. And I don't want to do that while I'm on stream. So when these little pricks come up here and start trying to drag that out of me, They're wise not to. They're wise not to, because I could say, I got a big mouth when I say shit sometimes. When I get mad, my mouth goes a mile a minute, and I say shit that I don't really mean. You know? Yeah. So tonight they're going to talk about Becky again. They're going to talk about calling her a scammer. She didn't scam anybody. I don't care what anybody says. She didn't scam people out of $2,500. The only person she got money out of was the gnome, the idiot that gave her the money. In my opinion, she did well. I would have fucking done it. You know, and I got somewhat of a thicker skin when it comes to that. I can take it. Somebody like Becky, who gets emotional a lot, is not as equipped to take it as somebody like me. That's why a lot of us need to step up and keep an eye out for shit like this, so she don't have to go through it all the time alone, and she knows that we're always here for her. I want the BBU to be a success. I want people to buy the t-shirt. You know, I want to help make more stuff, like make more designs, help out around by doing that. I'll do my work for free, so that all that money that is given back to them by buying the stuff, you ain't got to worry about none of it coming to me, because bottom line, I gave my stuff away for free, because I pay a one-time payment for what's it called, Chat GPT. I pay for the plus, so I pay for that so I can make out these pictures a lot better. That's how I get half my thumbnails. And I get ideas for stuff with Becky. I used her profile picture to make that one with the Queen, and I thought that turned out really good. I've made pictures I haven't put on here, put on the internet. Ones of me, her, and Keen LCU. Same with the song thing that she uses all the time, Suno. I bought the 1 tier of it, so I have like, I forget how many credits you get. 2,500 credits, I believe it is. And you can make all kinds of fucking songs. I've been making songs left and right. You know, sitting there generating song after song after song. The thing is, and the reason I don't share a lot of them is because the content of those songs are stuff that I like. I know not a lot of people like old school 80s heavy metal. It's 407. It's 440. It's not 407. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah. Not a lot of people like the old school stuff. Like Poison, Motley Crue, Dawkins, Skid Row, bands like that. Those are the bands I'm talking about. I liked a lot of the ballad stuff. I'm a softie for it when it comes to that. I've always liked ballads all my life. Love songs of any type. I have a romantic side to me. I can't deny that. Okay? I do like that kind of stuff. Why am I not dating anybody right now? Let's see. Because I'm not dating anybody. Because of what I said before, when I look in the mirror and I don't like who I am, I'm not going to put anybody through that. You know, no woman needs to put up with that, put up with my bullshit, in my opinion. I'd rather stay single. like I said, I find Becky attractive, but I wouldn't want to put her through anything dealing with me. For one, I'm across the border, and right now politically, her going back and forth across the border, because she'd have to. I wouldn't keep her here for holidays and around holidays and shit because of family and that. If I was to ever date her, which I wouldn't. Yeah, if I were to ever date Becky, because I know she said one time I threw a question out there on her live one night. He said I would, but I live in Canada. She says, well, I got a passport. That's not the point. The point is, with the current political climate, with the head of the United States being the way he is toward Canada right now, and stuff that's going on in the news with Canadians being detained going over there, I'm sorry, I can't put her through that. It's because I have a heart. A lot of people will probably tell me, well, why don't you change your name to something else instead of the Dark Dragon? The Dark Dragon is my fucking anger and my rage at people like fucking Keemstar. Yeah, Gnome. Yeah, hi, bud. How's it going? Remember, I'm a Canadian. Yeah, I'm one of the ones that you find worthless, and our money's worthless to you because we're supposed to be your 51st state. And it's like, fuck you. You're not my 51st. I'm nobody's 51st state. I'll die fucking Canadian before I'll die an American. And that's the bottom line. There ain't nobody ever gonna tell me that my country's worthless. Just like Americans are proud of their country, I'm proud of my country. And I'm pretty sure everybody else in every part of the world that's in the BBU is proud of the country they come from. Like, there's people from the UK, there's people probably from Ireland, for all I know. I don't know where a lot of these people are. It's like the Wire Club days I was talking about. I met people from Brazil. I met people, or talked to people from Brazil. I've actually webcammed with them back and forth back in the day. And that's what I loved about that. And I missed it. And that's why when I seen this live stream thing, I'm thinking, this is cool. And this is what I want to do. This is how I want to eventually, not right away, but eventually I want to try to make some money out of this. And see, with my current situation, I am allowed to make up to $1,000 extra. So that's another reason why I'm not harping on money right now. I don't give a fuck about money. That's money. Frankly, I get enough money to live my current life the way it is. And yes, I'm getting a setup from Temu. I've got a soundboard from Temu. I got a soundboard and mixer combo from Temu, and a microphone and stand and a ring light. I added that to it. So I got some lighting for my upstairs location. This is the Wednesday's location for the current for now, until I can train somebody to go upstairs and sit with me up there. She does not want to do that. But other than that, I'm downstairs doing this. When's my next stream gonna be? I think I'm gonna have a stream up every Monday at 11 a.m. We'll go 11 till 1. And every Wednesday from 4 till whenever, because I gotta be careful. And A lot of my Wednesday streams will depend on the weather, because when there's rain, people that live here will be home, and I can't stream when they're home. It's just out of respect for them. And the one person has special needs, so and I don't want the person saying my name over the camera, so that's why I don't stream any other time than that. Other than that, I'm fine. It's because I don't like to have my real name on camera. Just like I'll never use my real name in any of my videos, and anybody else's name in real life that I know, because they're entitled to their privacy. You know, it's just, yeah. And yes, even though my picture has teeth, I don't have teeth up here. I don't have gums or not. I don't have dentures or anything like that. I have that. That's it. Part of that decision was due to the depression too. Rather than just having broken up old teeth. Because I know that's really attractive, having broken teeth and smelly breath. And being in pain all the time. I fucking hated that. But I put up with a lot in my lifetime. My back hurts half the time. My arm fucking hurts a lot of the time. This left arm is the worst one because of the tremor I got in it. Then I got my heart issues. So yeah, I'm a walking, ticking time bomb. I got fatty liver, which I gotta do stuff to get rid of that and lose weight. So one of these streams, I think Monday's stream, that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna try to use my resistance bands that I have upstairs. I'm gonna try to do a little bit of a workout for you. Being that it's a morning workout, I got resistance up to over 100 some odd pounds. Right now I'm working with 60, and that's pretty decent for me. I can get a few reps out of that. With this arm though, it hurts a lot with the one arm, but my right is my dominant, and I'm really good with that one. But yeah, so I'm gonna call it quits here. I'm sorry to keep it short and sweet to the point, but no, it's been fun. I've gained a few new subscribers, and I appreciate you all. And please buy that t-shirt, the BBU for life. It'll go a long way of helping out the BBU. You know, we Thick Gemini has put a lot of effort into that, and I appreciate that very much. You know, anything to make this network a success is helping everybody in the end. It's helping Becky, it's helping Thick, it's helping people like Knight Rider, the people like CC, everybody. You know? So in the end, this is the end for today, and I will talk to you later. And please don't ever think that you're alone when it comes to depression. You know, and I'm going to speak to anybody on our Discord, anybody that wants to watch this. You're not alone. I've lived with it all my life. You need to talk. You always got someone. I'm right here with you, always. Alright. You guys have a good night. And I'll see you on the live feed, or live stream for Becky. And Thick Gemini if you subscribe to him. I do. I think he's a cool guy. So, alright. Catch you later.